12 World Cups in Europe, 5 World Cups in South America. There's been a World Cup in Africa and only 2 in Asia. I think this is a region that is very much hungry for more, to do more in football. And Saudi Arabia is at the very center, the epicenter of all of this. The passion we have for the game, but also the love we have for the game. It's a different proposition. What Saudi Arabia is today is a different baseline to any other country. We're very much proud of how far we've come since the launch of the Vision in 2016. We have so much to give. It's a young population. Over 60% of the population are under 30. The energy here is unreal. The passion for football here has so much history. The league is going to new levels. I think this will be a true celebration of the most remarkable transformation story. The football calendar is a FIFA decision together with the confederations and the leagues, and they've decided what the football calendar looks like between now and 2030. We are committed to having a conversation with FIFA, the leagues and the different confederations on what the football calendar will be beyond 2030. We're committed to deliver the tournament in the most appropriate timing. So that's a conversation we would be more than happy to take with the appropriate stakeholders, but it's also appropriate to take with the right decision makers. On the question of alcohol, as you mentioned, I think today what you see in Saudi Arabia is an environment that is family friendly, safe and secure, something that people can actually enjoy on and off the pitch. And that's a value proposition that's unique. I think there's so much to discover, so much to uncover, whether it's culture, art, music, food. Saudi Arabia is well and truly one of the most exciting places to be, and one of the most enjoyable as well. I think, Ian, we have over 100 global sporting events that already have taken place in Saudi Arabia. No alcohol is served in those tournaments. Yet, we had 3 million sports fans come and enjoy those tournaments that have come and come again. We have a football league that is popular week in, week out. We have tourism sites that are unique, Al-Ula, the Red Sea, and the beautiful Dir'iyah. All of these sites are waiting for people to come and experience. So I think there's something greater for people to achieve in the discovering Saudi Arabia. We have come a long way, and there's still a long way to go. Our principle is to really develop something that is right for us. Our journey started in 2016. It hasn't started as a result of bidding for the World Cup. So we've achieved a lot. We're very proud of what we've achieved. We're very hungry to do more. And that is a commitment that we have in the areas of human rights across all areas. In the areas of workers' welfare, we've launched initiatives where now employees have the freedom of choice to move from one employer to the other. Documents of these employees are now uploaded into government systems. Over 660,000 organizations are signed up to that portal that ensures that the workers have the right to exercise everything that is within their contract. But even beyond that, only a month and a half ago, the government announced a new government insurance policy, meaning that any country that goes unfortunately into bankrupt, God forbid, means that the government can step in and ensure that the workers are paid and paid their dues. These are all, substantive example, facts on the ground of elements that have been developed, not because we're bidding for the World Cup, because this is part of Vision 2030. This is part of who we are and what we are committed to. I mean, our aim, our aspiration is to bring more teams and more fans in one place than ever before. It's going to be an easy World Cup to get to, an easy World Cup to get around. It's going to be a World Cup with experiences everywhere, a compact World Cup, easy for fans to engage and enjoy their time on the pitch and off the pitch. We're a football-loving nation. We've always loved football. This is something that we've always been driven towards. So many achievements in football in the last few years, so many achievements at the level of the nation, of the country in the last few years. We believe this is one of the most remarkable transformation stories in the world. And in football more specifically, we firmly believe this is one of the most exciting growth stories in world football. So I think the World Cup is a natural next step for us, and it's something that we would be living our dream if we were to be given the honor of hosting.
If we can get a round of applause for Mr. Hammad Albalawi.
Hello, good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum. Good to see you.
See you too. Never expected we'd play in Saudi, and that's a fact today. They do play in Saudi. For the question...
Since the 90s, our population has tripled. So you take all of the facilities that were built in those 20 years, and the population has tripled, and the same set of facilities are serving the same, a growing demand.
And then you add on top of that the growth of women's football. 3 years ago, there were 0 girls playing football in school because the facilities weren't there. Today, the facilities are there. And in 2 years after the facilities were built, we have over 80,000 girls playing football. We have 3 divisions in women's football, and that's growing. So you have a population that's tripled, you have 50% of your society that is now being an active part of football, and you have the same facilities. So the World Cup bid is a representation of our commitment to ensure that we have the right supply that meets the appropriate demand that's in Saudi Arabia. And that means that we will have the capability, inshallah, to host the largest format of the tournament ever in a single nation.
Want to contribute. What would be your message to them? By the 4. Second thing is 48 teams will be participating. What can we expect from a 2034 World Cup in Saudi?
What's happening in the league is, as you mentioned, great. I think it's great at getting more exposure. The top stars are rubbing shoulders with their Saudi peers. They're pushing them to new limits they weren't at before, and that's going to generate a great enhancements in their performance over the course of the next few years. But even if you look at the grassroots football, a few years ago, we didn't have any regional training centers by the Football Federation. Today, we have 25 regional training centers. These training centers are linked into 100 schools around the kingdom. 100 schools with PE teachers that are now certified as active scouts in identifying the talent, making sure that there is a pathway for every talent to go from their school into their regional training center. And then the link from the regional training center with the clubs who have the academies, ensuring they have a clear pathway to get into the clubs, into the academies, and so on and so forth. I think a lot has been made of the league, but I think there's so much happening even beyond the league, developing grassroots, youth football, and so on.
Okay, we have our next panel.
Well, for me, it's a pleasure to be here.